The CPA here. Hope you're doing well. So for the self-employed, wanting PPP, needing PPP, a couple of things to note. If you're filing Schedule C, you're filing Schedule F, you're self-employed. This video applies to you. If you file anything else, okay, this video does not apply to you. So for Schedule C, Schedule F filers, you can call yourself a farmer or rancher, sole proprietor, single member LLC, filing a Schedule C. You can call yourself self-employed, an independent contractor, gig worker. None of that matters what you want to call yourself or what label you want to put on what it is that you're doing. If you file a Schedule C or you file a Schedule F, you're self-employed for IRS purposes, SBA purposes, EIDL purposes, as well as PPP purposes. Why does that matter? Because it's very specific and it's much easier for you to get PPP because it's based on one number. What's your net Schedule C, line 31? What's your net Schedule F, line 34? Or for Schedule F only for Schedule F, your gross receipts, okay? You pick one of those three numbers, whatever it applies to you. For most of you, it's going to be Schedule C, line 31, your net income. You take that divided by 12 times 2.5, that's your PPP loan amount. Whether it's for the first draw, which means you never got PPP before, or your second draw, which means that you got PPP before, whether you're forgiven or not, but now you're going for a second draw. That's the calculation for either one. Now, this video isn't for those self-employed that have employees. If you have employees, then check out the other videos because your PPP loan will be what I just told you, that calculation plus whatever it is that you get to include for payroll costs on your employees. Employees are those that you pay W-2s, not 1099s, you pay W-2s. Now, back to those that are filing Schedule C, filing Schedule F. Here's the thing, if you never got PPP before, when you go to sba.gov/PPP, you're going to go into first draw. That's first draw of the second round. If you got PPP before, well, when you go into sba.gov PPP of the second round, you're going to go to second draw. When you log in, you'll see it bigger in Texas. Got a link in the body here. I also have a link for PPP 2.0 playlist of a bunch of videos, okay? But that's your calculation. Now, for second draw, it's the higher of your 2019 net, line 31 for Schedule C, your 2019 net of Schedule F, line 34, or Schedule F only, your line 1, okay, your gross receipts. You take that calculation for 2019, you do the same calculation for 2020, this is for second draw, and you get the higher of. So if your net income on 2019, okay, was $10,000 for Schedule C filers, but then for 2020, your net income is $70,000, right? Well, you're going to get the higher of. Now, that's probably the unusual circumstance, but nonetheless, you do the calculation of what is it for 19? Net divided by 12 times 2.5. What is it for 20? Net divided by 12 times 2.5. What gives you the higher amount? Well, then that will be what your loan is. Now, for those that are getting a second draw, those that already got PPP, and you're now getting a second draw, same website, different application, okay? For the self-employed that don't have employees, you're not going to need to show on the application which quarter you're down at least 25% or more in gross receipts in any one quarter in 2020 versus 19, but you still have to prove that at the forgiveness time. On all the ones we're doing, self-employed or not, required or not, we're putting that information on the PPP second draw application. That's form 2483-SD. You'll find it right in the link, sba.gov/PPP. More videos, go to the playlist that I've got listed here. If you want to know about the gross receipts test, I got a video that you can watch on that. But your calculation is the same. You hadn't gotten PPP before? Well, they're going to go in and you're going to do it right on your net. The big difference is Schedule F only, it's based on your gross. That's huge. So if you got PPP 1 and your Schedule F, that's a farmer rancher, okay, and you based it on your net, or you didn't get it because your Schedule F was a loss in the first round, meaning the PPP that we dealt with in 2020. You didn't get it. Well, you're going to apply for first draw. You don't even have the choice of filing for second draw, because only those that can file for second draw are those that didn't get PPP before. So for Schedule F, you're in prime candidate here for going in and either reapplying for PPP-1 or applying for PPP-1. When I say one, first draw. So there's second round. That's all that we're dealing with right now. It's second round. And in second round, there's first draw, second draw. First draw is you never got PPP before. Second draw is you got PPP before, but now you're going to apply for more. But on that one, you have the gross receipts test. All right. Hey, if you got more questions, check out the playlist. You need to subscribe. If you made it to here and you haven't subscribed, click it. I don't make any money off of it, but at the end of the day, you're going to want to be tuned into my channel. I'm a CPA. What I'm putting together is, in essence, for my clients. You get to listen in. How to. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Love it if you'd subscribe. And then don't you ever forget, you've never met a CPA quite like me.